What's up? What's up, everybody? Midday, beautiful day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day. It's me, your middleman CEO, Shon-Jhon. Welcome to the channel. If you're not already subscribed on the channel, just do me a huge favor if you don't mind. Smash subscribe, smash thumbs up. Again, welcome to the channel. And again, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. And let somebody else know about it if you do not mind. Always, if you can, help me out by telling others about the channel so that the information I share on this channel, you not only get it, but others get it also, because there are other people who are in positions that you and I have been in who need help. And we need to get the word out, because what I teach on this channel, it's not conventional. What I teach on this channel, everybody's not going to get behind. What I teach on this channel, you're not going to find in schools. You're not going to find in colleges. You're not going to find in grade school. You're not going to find in classrooms. You're not going to find in banks. You're not going to find at your kitchen table. You're not going to find from your family and friends. And the reason I know this is because, as far as I know, nobody's really teaching this. And how did I learn this? Because since nobody's teaching it, how did I learn it? Well, I learned it the hard way. So I always say that you can learn the easy way, you can learn the hard way. I prefer to learn the easy way, but unfortunately for some things, I had to learn the hard way. And now you can learn from me, get some wisdom, apply it, what you learn, and so you can learn the easy way. I was talking to one of my students earlier today, and I was saying, listen, there's no rule that says we have to work hard to be rich. We have to work hard to be successful. We have to work hard to make a lot of money. In fact, when I was working the hardest, I had three jobs. So I rarely had time to sleep. I was falling asleep at work, falling asleep in the parking lot of my car. And I was at my poorest ever. Like, I was so dirt poor, working three jobs, just enough money to get by. Not even that. So if you want to find people that work hard, you're probably going to find people who are not living the life they want to live. You're probably going to find people who are financially strapped, right? So, but if you find people that are living their best lives, they're typically not the people that are doing the hard work. They're typically the people who own the asset, right? They're typically people like, for instance, have you ever been to a hotel, right? And you see the hotel staff, they're flipping sheets, doing bathrooms, all of that. Well, they're the hardest workers there. Yet, I bet they're the least paid, right? They make the lowest commission, the lowest salary. Whereas as you go up the line, those who do the least amount of work, they actually make more. So the bottom tier is the laborers doing all the work. They make the least amount. And then you have the managers who are over them, who do a little less work but make more. And then you might have like a regional manager or something who's over the managers, who do even less work and make more. And then you have the CEOs who pretty much run the business, who do the least amount of work, delegate everything, and they make even more. And then you have the business owners who don't touch anything, and they make even more. And so that's why, and to give you a clue, that's why I named my business and this channel the Middleman CEO. I could have just named it the Middleman Channel, but no, I put CEO intentionally because I want you to think and move and operate like a CEO. Is that fair? Because if I can get you to think it, I can get you to believe it. And if I can get you to believe it, I can get you to do it. But if I can't get you to believe it, it's going to be hard, almost impossible to get you to flip your mindset and buy into a new way of doing things, right? And so today, a couple things. Number one, just want to say that, this channel is growing and I appreciate everybody for being a part of it. And number two, for everybody who's in the masterclass, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me train you and teach you how to make money from your phone, right? There's going to be a live training Thursday night, 7 p.m. Don't miss the live training. I'm going to teach you how to use your phone to make money. So many people are doing this right now, wasting their lives away on 9-to-5s. Yes, wasting it away because that's not what you were put on this earth to do. You were not put on this earth to work 40 hours a week for 4 years, then try to retire off of 40% of your income. No, that's a hard way to live. More importantly, that's not freedom. So as much as this channel is about teaching you how to make money, teach you how to use your phone to get wealthy, the most important thing I'm going to teach you is that life is about time, not money. It's about time. Although we're gonna make money and use it, but most importantly, it's about time. I always tell people, listen, You could go out there right now and find you can find a doctor, right? You could go out there right now and find a doctor who's making, let's say, 250K a year. Not bad, right? 250K a year from a doctor is going to require about a minimum of 3,000 hours, 3,000 working hours a year. Now, that doctor is going to miss 3,000 hours of his year or her year because of their obligation, right? Now, they're making a bunch of money, not really that is taxed, but let's just say they keep it all. They don't, but let's just say they do. 3,000 hours, right? That they could be doing other things with. Whereas me, my mindset is, okay, I'll take way less than that. I'll take 100 grand to work 52 hours a year and do what I want to do with my family and my friends and my life. Now, let me ask you, would you take the 250 and work the 3,000 hours for it? Or would it make more sense to take the 100K, way less than that, and only work 52 hours a year? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like me. I take less money to be free. That's what you're thinking. You may not think of it like that, but that's what you're saying. You're saying, this is too much of my life. Yes, that's a good amount of money. I don't want to trade my life for it, right? So I'll come over here and I'll say, look, you could give me less. I'll take the 100K, work 1 hour a week for a year. To me, that's a better deal. And so I'm all about one thing. I'm all about the F word. What's that F word? Freedom. Right? So when I talk about freedom, what am I talking about? Well, there are three freedoms that I like to focus on. By the way, if you have a question or comment, you're welcome to drop it while I'm still on. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, but just want to share some cool stuff with you for the day. Right? So when I think about freedom, I think about three things. I think about number one, I think about time. I think about time freedom. Number two, I think about financial freedom. Why in this order? Remember, I told you time's more important than money. Number three, I just showed you a doctor who makes a bunch of money, but he's got no time. I'd rather make less money and have my time. Last thing, lifestyle. What's your lifestyle look like? Is it the lifestyle you want to live? You said you want to travel more. You said you want to do more things, be on more vacation, see more beaches, wake up in an Airbnb in the mountains. What does your life look like? That's lifestyle. When you go to the restaurant, do you always have to order the chicken? Do you always have to order off the kids' menu? I've been there, done that. Ain't no shame. But you don't always want to have to do that, right? We do what we have to do, but we don't always want to have to do it. And so I like lifestyle. How do you want to live? That's your lifestyle. You want an 85-inch television in your media room? Go get it. You only live once. Go get it. Now, I'm not telling you be stupid in getting it. Don't go spend credit. Don't go borrow money to buy a TV. But build an asset, build a business. Let the business buy a television. Let the business upgrade your lifestyle. Why do I like the middleman business concept? Because it gives me all of these, right? So freedom for me comes through having a middleman business. And for everyone who's going to be in the live training tonight, you're going to need the Zoom link. So you're welcome to put middleman under the comments under any of my videos, or just simply go into the video description below and get the live link. Get there early. It's 7 p.m. Texas time. Get there early. Right now in Texas, because I don't know where you guys are watching from, it's 2:35. Get there early. So me starting a middleman business allows me to do three things from my phone. It allows me to book customers only with my phone now, guys. Take a deposit. This is where I get paid. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dispatch the work. What does that look like? Well, it looks like me not doing the work. So whenever I talk about a middleman business, my business, and how I make money, because people are asking me, how do you get all this free time? What are you doing during the day? How come you're not at work 40 hours a week? Because I don't want to work 40 hours a week. I've done it. It ain't cute, right? I don't like the stress life. I don't like driving through traffic. I don't like rush hour. I don't like having to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to a job that I don't like, right? I I don't like being told I can't get the promotion. I can't get the raise. I don't like being told I have to do this for 40 years in order to try to retire. And there's no guarantee of any of that. I don't like a job having that much control over me. I don't like a paycheck being that strong, right? So what I decided is I'm going to create some freedom for myself so I can enjoy time freedom, do what I want to do with my day. Where are you 9 to 5? I'm at work. Where are you? Doing whatever I want to do. That's freedom. Again, you don't have to work hard to be rich or to be successful or to be free. You don't have to. There's no rule that says that. And I'm telling you, the harder you work, the poorer you are. Go find people who work the hardest, even you yourself. Think about it. When you do the most hard work and you go home exhausted, it's when you make the least amount of money. You're burned out. And even if you make a decent amount of money, it doesn't even compensate for how much wear and tear you're putting on your body. I was passing by a FedEx, I think it was a FedEx or Amazon truck the other day, and this guy was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, okay, he's young now, look like he's probably in his 20s, but it's only a matter of time. See, he's not seeing the future. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, let's say the guy was 25. By the time he's 45, just 20 years from now, that's going to go by. His knees are hurting. His back is hurting. He's got muscle, soreness. He's beating his body up for Amazon. Then what's Amazon going to do? Kick him to the curb. No, we're not taking care of you. Medical, no chance. Bye. They're going to fire him, right? Get rid of him. Outsource him. Insource him with AI, right? Hey, we got something that'll do that for us. Hey, we got whatever, right? Amazon might pop up and start having warehouses in neighborhoods or on every block. Well, now you don't need all that delivery. People can stop by and just pick up their packages at an Amazon, the giant Amazon mailbox. I'm just telling you, things are going to change. It's not going to be the same. Technology is moving too fast. So either you're going to go to work 9 to 5 and sell your entire life to get a paycheck, which means you will never be free of time. Think about it, guys. What's the most important thing in this life? It ain't money. That's a clue. It's not money. Yes, money is important. How important? Very important. As a matter of fact, it's so important that even the people that don't have bills, you can find a homeless person on the corner sleeping in a tent who have no bills. They still need money. That's how important money is. But I got news for you. There's something more important. Time. Time is the most important commodity that you have in this world. Money, you can lose it and get it back. Lifestyle, you can lose it and get it back. You can even be pronounced dead and revived. You can lose your life and get it back. But you can never, under any circumstance, get your time back. It does not come back. So now that we know that, let's take care of it. All right. So what do we not want to do? Well, we don't want to sell it for 40 years. We don't want someone else controlling our life for 40 years. That ain't freedom. Remember, we're after freedom. If somebody else if I have to sell my time for paychecks, I have no control. So this is what people's lives look like. They go to work on this thing called a job where they sell their time for money on a job. Right? So if you're on a job, here's what I know about you. You sell time for money. All of it. Whatever time you can spare, it's for sale. You sell time for money. I'm not fussing at you. I'm not here to chew you out. I'm just saying it's not freedom. Keep your job. Learn how to make money when you're not at work so you can get your time back. If I'm giving you any value, smash the thumbs up, guys. Let me know. If you want to be in the free live training tonight, 7 p.m. Texas time, put middleman in the comments under any of the videos, or simply just go into the video description below and get the link. Get there early. Everybody's not going to be let in. Only a certain amount of people. Got to get there early. Right? But if you have a job, then you're already preconditioned to sell your time for money. If you're conditioned to sell your time for money, that means you don't control your time. Someone else does. So I'll prove it to you. If you have a job and you're working, let's say you're working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, then I know where to find you Monday through Friday, and I know where not to find you. You're going to be at work, that's where I find you. Living your best life, that's where I'm not going to find you. Because you agreed to sell your time, sell your life to that job in exchange for a paycheck. And so that now you're trapped, no freedom, right? I want to have financial freedom. I always say that money is not the most important thing, but you do need money. So imagine being in a financial position where your money, you don't have to look at your account. There's no stress. You can spend what you need, buy what you want, get whatever you desire, and you have the money in the account to do it. That's financial freedom. That, hey, I don't have to go to a job to get a paycheck. No, you want financial freedom? You need cash flow. You're going to either live this life off of cash flow, which is money flowing from a business or an asset, or you're going to live this life off of earned income, which is money flowing from a job. Now, one is going to require all your time. The other one is not. One's going to give you freedom. The other one is not. I'd rather freedom. You saw the example I used earlier with a doctor making $250,000 a year, but in exchange for that, that doctor has to sell or work 3,000 hours a year. So 3,000 hours of that doctor's life, they don't control per year. Or you could take the 100,000, like I would, work 1 hour a week, make less, yes, but be free. How many would go with the 250 working 3,000 hours, or how many would go with the doctor? I'm sorry, with the 100,000, with the 100,000 for the let me put it up here because I don't want to mess it up. By the way, smash thumbs up, guys. If you're getting any value from any videos I've ever done, let me know by smashing thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, drop it because I only got just a few minutes left. So let's say a doctor, I'll do it up here again so you guys can get it. A doctor makes $250K a year, but it requires 3,000 hours of work per year. Probably more, but let's just leave it at that. And then let's just say me, who own a middleman business, right? Just put middleman. I'll take the 100K, way less than a doctor. 100K a year, but I'm working 1 hour a week on my business. Now, who's free? The doctor or me? Now, we know the doctor's making a lot more money, but look at the cost. I keep telling you, if I could get you to understand that freedom is not about money, that life is not about the money, you're not going to look at the money. You're going to look at how much does that money cost me? Oh, wait a minute. It cost me 3,000 hours a year. What else you got? That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be like, hey, what else you got back there? 3,000 hours a year? Now, what else you got? Right? Somebody said, how do I escape the mindset, the mindset of working? Is that what you're asking? The mindset of working for a living as opposed to creating a business? Is that what you're asking? Kind of clarify that, what mindset are you speaking of escaping? So that I can reply. And so, but tell me, what do you guys think? Would you take the doctor's salary? I wouldn't. I would take the least amount of money. I'd take less money and more time. I told you, time's the most important thing. So less money and more time is something I would gladly accept to change my life, right? I'll start the middleman business, work 1 hour a week. Why? Because I hire a virtual assistant or VA who's going to book the jobs, take deposits, dispatch the work. I'm going to meet with her or him 1 day a week. And all I'm going to do is we're going to go over the business and they're going to keep doing the work. And I'm going to go do what I like to do, fish. Does that make sense? Are you guys following me? Let me know in the chats if you're following me. Somebody said the mindset of trading time for money. So that's a good question. We've been so preconditioned because it's not our fault. It's not your fault. I just want to say that. And you guys know I'm not an excuse maker and I'm not an excuse taker. But I will say this just to be honest with you. It's not your fault. I was taught the same thing. You were taught the same thing. Most of us alive today were taught the same thing. We were taught it by those who come before us. Now, for them, trading time for money was a good thing because jobs, and hear me out, for your parents and your grandparents, jobs lasted a long time and they were safe and secure. They're not anymore. There was guaranteed retirements called defined benefits plans, where when your parents and your grandparents retire, they actually got retirement checks for the rest of their lives, right? There was Social Security. It won't be there for you and I. Retirement won't be there for you and I either. So the stock market did tend to go up, right? Homes did tend to appreciate. You and I don't live in that world anymore. That's not the same economy for us. So I keep telling everybody in 2020, everything changed. We can't play by the same rules. You're going to lose the game, right? And so we've been trained and programmed with this mindset. So the question is, how do we get out of it? Well, the first thing we have to do is get educated. See, if we don't educate ourselves, then we don't know how to move. So the first thing I did is I went, wait a minute. No, I don't like this. I don't like trading my time for money. I'm missing life. My kids are growing up without me. I'll never get that back. I could get the dollar back, but I can't get this back, right? And so my mindset had to shift and go, wait a minute. I don't want to trade time for money on a job. So now that I understand that's not the way to get freedom, the question now is, how do I get freedom, right? And so everything started with the mindset shift, because I started educating myself. So to answer your question, the first thing you need to do is you need to get educated financially. They're not going to teach you this in school. This is a good channel to learn, and there's some others. And so you have to get educated financially. So you have to start looking at the thing and going, how much? Okay, that's what it pays me. That's fine. What does it cost me? Right? What would it cost me? Because when I'm talking about, I had somebody come on the other day and it was like, hey, the middleman classes, it costs too much. And I was like, what does it cost you? What does your job pay you? You're looking at the wrong thing. You're looking at what's going out. You're not looking at what's coming in. How much does it cost you to miss life? How much does it cost you to miss your kids growing up, to miss the things you want to do because you're obligated to go to work? You're looking at the wrong payment. The payment on this end is an investment to better your life and set you free. You're willing to pay the job with your time. They're going to pay you for trading your time. They're going to pay you in dollars. Let me tell you something. When you go to work, hear me out. When you go to work, you're not the only one getting paid. I'll prove it to you. All right. Time, we know, is more valuable than money. If you don't know it, let me show you. Number one, if I wrote you a check today for $10 million, whatever amount, and you go to the bank, they're going to cash it for you 100%. The bank's waiting on you. The only catch is as soon as you cash it, you die. Now, who's going to cash the check? Nobody. All right. What if I did 100 billion? Still won't cash it. Why? Because it's no good if you did, right? So you know that time is more important than money. So now that we know that, I want to show you that you pay your job more than they pay you. So when you go there and you sell your time and they pay you in dollars, I just proved to you that your time is 1,000,000 times more important than that dollar. But yet, off we go every week selling it for less than what it's worth. You're devaluing your time. You're devaluing your life. You should be focused on making money without having to go to work. Don't quit your job. I would never tell you that. A job is not a bad thing. I would never tell you that. What I do teach you is, hey, while you still have your job, start working on another way to make money so that you can leave your job before they fire you, or you can leave on your own terms. But you are going to have to leave in order to get freedom. So you choose to live. The average person back in the days, I chose to live by selling time for money on a job. No freedom. And then I created a business, the middleman business, where I book customers, take deposits. By the way, on average, the average deposit I take is $150. So if I even book 5 customers in a day, I made $750, not bad. I didn't leave my house because I don't do the work. You know how I know? Because independent service professionals, they do the work. So I book for 2 industries, well, 3 now, but I book for website design, home cleaning service, and moving companies. Now, I don't do any of that work, and I don't want to. I don't like working hard. You kidding me? I just told you the harder you work, the least amount of money you make, right? So what I do is, and I just got off a call with one of my students showing her how to dispatch work to other people, and they'll be happy to do the work. I'm going fishing. So I'll go on there, book a customer, take the deposit that goes into my bank account, then send the work to somebody else. So I book a move, for instance, take my deposit, and then send the job information to a moving company who actually go do the work. If you get any from this, and this is registering, explaining this, smash the thumbs up to let me know. I appreciate that. So again, if this makes sense to you, because sometimes I worry that I'm doing a bad job of explaining it to you, but if you're following this and it makes sense to you, smash the thumbs up. That's the only way I'm going to know that you guys are getting this. I hope you are, because it's so important. You got to get it, right? So if you go to a job, trade your time for money, you're not going to be time free, right? So what I decided is I want to be time free more than I want to be somebody who's got a bunch of money. If I don't have the time, there's nothing I can do with the money. Sure, you made 100 grand last year, right? But you can't get out of the bed on Saturday mornings because you're so overworked. The money's no good. You're just going to work, pay the bills, going to work, pay the bills. That's not the life you want to live. That's not fulfillment for anybody. And so if you're like me, you're like, wait a minute, no, here's what I know. One day I'm going to die. I dang sure don't want to die doing this. So now that I know better, now that there's this random guy on YouTube in a Looney Tunes jacket telling me that I need to rethink this, I need to refocus, and I need to figure out how to make money without going to work. Now I'm like, hey, talk to me. What do you got? Let me know. I want you guys to see it, so you don't need to see my face. You need to see what's on this board more than anything. And so now this random guy on YouTube is telling me that I need to find out how to make money when I'm not at work. So and by the way, if you're getting value, smash the thumbs up. If I'm doing a decent job explaining it, smash the thumbs up. And so I decided I don't want to sell my time for money on the job. I want to create a business, a middleman business from my phone and get cash flow. Now that I have cash flow, I have money flowing in. Cash flow is money that residually flow in to me, right? So as long as my business is open, I don't need a job. The business works, right? That gives me my time freedom. That gives me financial freedom. Time freedom, financial freedom gives me lifestyle freedom. I always say you can live the life you have to live, or you can live the life you want to live. I recommend, you only have one life on this earth. I recommend you live the life you want to live. That's my advice to you. Live the life you want to live, do the things you want to do, hang with the people you want to hang with, eat what you want to eat, shop where you want to shop, drive what you want to drive, live where you want to live. Enjoy this life. It can be gone in the blink of an eye. There are people out there who worked 30, 40 years on jobs, pass away, never get retirement. They never get any of that. No 401k, no anything. And life is over. To me, that's a scary, scary thought that, wait a second, I never got to live. And now you want me to work till I'm 65, 70, 75? That means you'd rather me die than to take care of me in retirement. So now that I know you have no interest, speaking of the government, you have no interest in taking care of me or providing retirement for me, then I better start doing something for myself while I can. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to get away from a job. It's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to quit my job today, but I know this has to end. So I need to start a new process to get myself out of it. I need to work myself out of this job, right? And so you need a side hustle. You need an investment. You need something, because you have to bring in money when you're not at work. That's the most important thing to do. When you're not at work, how are you making money? Because if you lose your job, you lose everything, because you lost your paycheck. And you just told me your paycheck covers everything because you don't know how to make money when you're not at work. I'm going to need you to make money when you're not at work. So I'm going to go over here, start a middleman business. This one I'm going to be teaching a handful of people tonight. By the way, I have a goal to make 1,000 people financially free this year. 1,000 people financially free. I'm about a quarter of the way there. I want to make 1,000 people financially free in 2024. How? I'm going to teach them how to start a middleman business from their phones. What's that going to give them? It's going to give them time freedom, because they won't have to go to work long for that job. They'll be able to quit soon because their business is going to make money. What's that mean? It's going to give them financial freedom. How do I know that? Well, the money's going to come through cash flow. The business is going to make money, residual income month after month. That's going to take care of you. No more work. And then lifestyle freedom. Yeah, you don't have to be at work. You don't have to punch a clock, and you have money. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do? You want to chase butterflies in the desert? I don't care. Go. You want to fish all day, golf all day? Go. You want to hike? You want to hit the mountains? You want to wake up in another country? Go. Want to be on the beach all day? Go. Whatever you want to do, go. But the only way you can get type of freedom and not have to call your boss and put in for a 2-week vacation or whatever they offer now, I don't even know, and I don't care. Instead of having to go through all that, you can create your own lifestyle. But in order to do that, you've got to get away from being in an environment where you have to sell your life. A 9-to-5 to me, it's not worth it. Now, would I work a 9-to-5? Sure. If I lost everything, yeah, I'm going to work. Then I'm going to do this again. I'm never going to settle for that. But if you build this soon, hopefully very soon, you'll be able to walk away from a job and create a business. Think of that. Your phone making you money from your couch, and you never have to leave your house to make this money. You simply get customers to reach out to you and you book them. Do it on your phone. Then the customer pays you on your phone. That money is yours. You take 100, you take 150, so what? It's yours. That's a 5-minute conversation and you made $150. Then, as soon as that's done, you contact your ISPs, independent service professionals, or what you guys know as contractors. Send the work to them. They do the work. Hello, not me. I'm not going out there and move your furniture. You kidding me? I'm going to take my deposit and then send you to a company that's going to move your furniture. I ain't doing it. I'm not cleaning your house. I don't even like cleaning my own house. I'm going to take a deposit and then put you in contact with a company that's going to come and clean your house. I got a cleaning service. It's in another state. I'm not even there. How am I going to clean your house? I'm not. Even if you were next door, I wouldn't clean your house. I told you, that's hard work. The hard work means that you don't make the money you should be making and you're not free. All the bosses are not doing the hard work. And if they are, that's a struggle. I'd rather do less work, make more money. The doctor made $250 a year. It cost the doctor 3,000 hours of his or her life to make that. I'd rather start a middleman business, make $100K a year, work 1 hour a week, meeting with my virtual assistant, going over the business. That's it. So I call a CEO. I don't just name it that. I am that. Sure, I might not be a multimillionaire or anything like that. Who knows? Maybe in the future I will be. Maybe in the future you will be. Because I'm working on something right now in the class that if you do it, you're probably not going to have a choice. You're just going to have to accept being a millionaire. And that's real talk. Because I'm not there yet, but I think I got something that's golden that's going to take people's lives to the next level. But I told you my goal is to create 1,000, is to help 1,000 people this year become financially free. What does that look like? Well, that looks like this. No job, no selling time for money. So time freedom, financial freedom. I got money. I pretty much do what I want to do. No, you don't have to buy a Lambo or live in $1 million home. You can rent those things, but you can live a good life, right? And then I got lifestyle. What do you want to do? I'll probably hit the golf course today. I don't know. Probably rent a party boat, go hang out with some friends. Whatever I want to do. That's the life I want to live. And that's the game. So if you got any value from this, smash thumbs up. Just let me know in the comments. And if you have a question or comment, drop it right now before I get off. I'll try to get to it. But I hope you guys got this. I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it registers with you to get you to understand that the most important thing that you have in this world is your time. You run out of money, you can get it back, right? You lose your dog, eventually your dog comes home, right? But you lose your time selling it on a job for money, you'll never get that back. Your kid that's playing soccer, playing baseball, football, you missed a game, you can't go. You'll never get that chance again. That's a scary thought for me. I don't want to be in that situation. I want to be there when I want to be there. I want to tell the boss, hey, I don't need you. Well, Sean, you know we got this paycheck over here, man. Yeah, give it to someone else. Yeah, you can't afford my time. You can't afford me. My time's too valuable. Time's the most important thing you got. You got to get free. It's the new F word. You've got to become free. How do you become free in this life? You cannot depend on a job. If you depend on a job, you're always going to have to sell your life for a paycheck. You're going to break it down into hours, but you're going to sell it. And now you have no freedom. My advice to you, create a business from your phone that gives you freedom. From your phone, from your home, from your sofa, wherever. Smartphone money, whatever you need. Create a business from your phone where you can be time free. Time free die today and me and my family, we get to experience all three. And I would never change that. Right. And I keep telling you guys, you don't make $1 million a year. I don't make $1 million a year. I hope I do very soon, but I don't. It's not even the goal. The goal is to make sure I don't have to go to a job. That's the goal, because the minute I clock in at a job, my freedom is gone. I can't have it. They're never going to pay me enough to be financially free. Why would they do that? If I'm financially free and they pay me enough, why am I working there? They're never going to do that. They're never going to give me lifestyle freedom. I'm always going to be looking at my paycheck, looking at my credit card, figuring out what I can and can't afford. I'm going to be living the life I have to live, not the one I want to live. They're always going to buy my time. I'm always going to be sitting there upset going, man, I really want to go on this cruise, but it's a 5-day cruise and they're only giving me 2 days off. So I can't go. See, you don't control your life. You just lost your lifestyle. What you want to do in life, I keep telling you, you only get one. You only get one life in this world. That's it. If you don't get to do the things you want to do, nobody is going to make sure you get to live the life you want to live, except you. Your job's going to buy your whole life if you're willing to sell it. They bought your grandparents' life. They bought your parents' life. They did it to mine. And they're willing to buy my life if I'm willing to punch a clock. But I told them, no, that's not freedom. You don't pay me enough to be free. You require my time. Can't sell it. You can't pay me what it's worth. Well, what's it worth? Infinity. Your time is worth $1 billion. They can't pay it. Well, I know what you're thinking. Well, Shon, how's my time worth $1 billion? Okay. If your company wrote you $1 billion check, put your name on it, and you could go to the bank and cash it right now, it'll clear. It's yours. Would you do it? Absolutely, you would go cash it. But what if the catch was that as soon as you cash it, you run out of time? You die. Now, I just told you $1 billion check, that's good to go. But the catch is that you die when you cash it. You run out of time. Now, you were going to cash it before when it was just $1 billion. But now that I told you it's going to cost you your time, are you still going to cash it? I don't think so. No amount of money is worth your time. If I could just get you to understand that, then doesn't mean quit your job, doesn't mean throw a tantrum at work, doesn't mean curse out your boss, doesn't mean walk in the office and say I quit, doesn't mean any of that. It just is information to reprogram you, to start your mindset over. You need a reset on your mindset. I need to do that video, but you need a reset on your mindset. Now that you know, now you're going to look and say, you know what? You're right. Keep the 250. I'll take the 100K for less work. I'll take the 100K in freedom for 10,000. John, right? So now that you know, what do? Well, you start thinking about how can I make money when I'm not at work? That's what you do. Inflation is high. I know. You got to make more money. Everything costs more. I know. You can't control that, but you can control making more money. You want to live the life you want to live? I got news for you. You got to make more money, but you don't have to do it on a job. You can actually do it from your phone, running a middleman business just like me. I haven't had a job since 2020. My wife can tell you. I don't want a job. I don't look for jobs. I think I'm allergic to jobs. When people say job, I itch. All right? I don't want you to itch. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to say this to yourself. I'm tired of selling my time for money. I'm tired of not experiencing freedom. I'm tired of not living the life I want to live. I'm tired of living the life I have to live because someone else is controlling my life, my future, my dreams, and my goals. I'm missing my kids grow up. I'm missing my family grow up. And I just want to say that's enough. I got one life to live, and I want to do everything I can do with it and exhaust myself before I leave this world. I want to leave this world tired and exhausted and say, man, I did everything I could do. Everything I wanted to do, I've done it. The life I wanted to live, I did it. The chances I wanted to take, I took them. I was that guy. I was that girl. And I took control of my life after watching a random guy on YouTube tell me that as long as I'm punching a clock, I'm wasting my life away and it ain't freedom. And that dude got my attention. And I said, "What you talking about?" And he said, "When you're not at work, find a way to make money so that you can one day leave your job and be free. You want freedom? Can't have that job. I'm not against jobs. Keep your job. But let's work our way out of it one day. There's a bunch of things you can do. But the thing I know best is running a business from your phone, a middleman business. I do it right now. I book jobs for other companies. They do the work, not me. I simply book the customer, take a deposit, that's where I get paid, and then I dispatch the work to someone else and I let them do the work. I just finished a phone call with one of my students, a live training, and I told her, "Denise, if you're watching, hello." And she's gonna be a great example for everybody, because she's gonna kill it, I know. And she's booking, taking deposits, and dispatching in the cleaning industry in Atlanta. She's gonna do great. And I told her, I said, "Look, you're gonna do great. Your business is gonna grow. You're gonna make a lot of money. Spend some time getting to know the business, learning it, and then go ahead and take off. And you're gonna be great." And I believe that. I don't just say it. And I stick with you, and I'm with you, and I ride with you throughout the whole journey. But book, deposit, dispatch, don't do the work. She has a cleaning service in Atlanta. She just started after finishing the class. Guess how many houses she cleaned? None. I'm not teaching you to go to work. You might as well go to a job. I'm teaching you how to be free by making money from your phone so you can live the life you want to live and do the things you want to do whenever you want to. Okay? All right? I hope you guys are tracking. If you ain't tracking, you're lacking. Don't be lacking, right? But I'm sincere in what I teach you. I know everybody's not going to want to change their lives. I got it. But when someone like the person not long ago asked, "How do you change your mindset?" I love that. You know why? Because that's where you start. Questions are the answers. Questions are the answers. And if you didn't ask your question on this video when I gave you the chance to, you missed out. Don't miss opportunity. Never miss opportunity. Please don't. Don't miss opportunity. I'm a swing and miss guy. I'm not a not take a swing guy. I'll swing and miss. I'll swing and hit. But there's going to be some swinging going on. I ain't a guy who's going to sit back and say, "My life already sucks. Why would I take a chance?" You've got to take a chance because your life already sucks. Did I keep it too real? You're talking to a guy that was homeless just a few years ago. You're talking to a guy that had nothing, sleeping in a public restroom just a few years ago. My wife can tell you. I don't make it up. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she can tell you. A guy who had nothing and kids, working 3 jobs, struggling, falling asleep on the job. I was so exhausted that even though they knew that I was sleeping on the job because I couldn't stay awake, they still didn't fire me. That's how bad it was. Imagine sleeping on your job and not getting fired because your management know that you're working 3 jobs, you're overworked. And I still wasn't making enough money. Selling my life, no freedom. You know what I decided? No more. Let me tell you something. Looking up at the stars at night, sleeping outside will change your life. Locking yourself into a woman's bathroom in a public restroom while people bang on the door from the outside because you need somewhere to sleep will change your life. You ever saw that? And I always get emotional when I see it because I can relate. You ever saw when Will Smith on The Pursuit of Happiness locked his kid in the bathroom with him because they had nowhere to live? That breaks my heart. You know why? Because I empathize. I don't just sympathize. I empathize. I've been there. I've been there. I've done it. It ain't fun. What's worse is if you take someone else with you. That's even worse. It's one thing for me to suffer, but God help me if my suffering causes other people to suffer. Now we got a real problem. I can handle mine. Please don't let me put my family in this position. Some of you guys, you don't care enough. You don't care enough about your success or your family's success. You don't care enough. You take it for granted. You think that job's going to be there every morning. It's not. You think that paycheck's going to be there every week. It's not. You think that the benefits, the 401k, you think all that stuff's going to hold you up. It won't. The only thing that's going to protect you in this life is you. If you don't give a damn, nobody's going to give a damn. If you don't care, nobody's going to care. If you don't take the first step to change your life, nobody is coming to save you. Now, you are more than welcome to stay in the struggle lane until that bus runs off a bridge. It's your choice. Nobody's going to force you to change. I won't. I'm not going to drag you, pull you, push you. I'm not that guy. I need some willingness to work with you. But if you want to ride that struggle bus until the wheels fall off, have at it. In fact, you can have my seat. I have a ticket to the struggle bus, but I refuse to get on. I refuse to get on. So for everybody who knows me, don't save me a seat. Do me a favor. Give my seat away. I won't be there. That bus is going to leave without me. And no matter how many times it stops, I won't be getting on. My kids won't be getting on. My wife won't be getting on. My children's children won't be getting on. Their children's children won't be getting on. You know why? Because of the decisions I'm making today. I might sacrifice everything to create wealth for my family. That's how important it is. Well, Sean, what if you don't get into the promised land? That's not the goal. My goal is to get them into the promised land. Get them into paradise. Get them to financial freedom. Sure, I want to enjoy it, but here's what I know. I'm the root. I'm the root. It starts with me. Some of you, you have the opportunity right now to be the root, but all you want to be is the fruit. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to put seed in the ground. You don't want to nurture it. You don't want to make sure it's getting sunlight. You don't want to water it. You don't want to wait. You want, if it's not microwavable, you don't want it. Success and freedom ain't microwavable. It ain't microwave friendly. You're going to have to wait. You're waiting anyway. A year's going to go by anyway. 5 years is going to go by anyway. What are you doing right now to change your life? If the answer is nothing, then here is opportunity. You don't even have to do what I do. I just happen to do a middleman business from my phone. That's all I do. But you don't even have to do that. That's just for those who want to learn how to do that. I'm here to help you. Be in the live training Thursday night, 7 p.m. Comment middleman in the comments to get the link, or just get the link out of the video description below. But you don't have to do that. You could create baking cookies from your stove, printing t-shirts from, I don't care what you do. Listen to me good. You're never going to be free on your job. This is for somebody. I can feel it because I'm supposed to be gone. I'm supposed to be off this thing. I was supposed to be at the gym at 3 o'clock. And right now it's 3:15. And I'm not worried because somebody is on here that this is for. You are too comfortable selling your time, selling your life on your 9 to 5. And what you don't know is you're not just selling your life, you're selling your family's life because they depend on you. You depend on the paycheck. It costs you time to be at the job to get the paycheck. That's time your kids don't get with you. That's time your spouse doesn't get with you. That's time your dog, your cat doesn't get with you. That's time your grandparents don't get with you. Whatever you're selling, it does not belong to you. I cannot come and say, let's go to lunch right now and say, let's go. And you can't go. Why? Because you've already agreed to sell those hours of the day to the company in exchange for a paycheck. That's why you're not free. Let me teach you how to leave that behind. Say, thank you, no thanks. I don't need your paycheck anymore. I built a business on my own. Sure, it's not $1 million business, but it makes enough money to cover all my living expenses, and I'm going home. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to walk my dog. I'm going to say hi to the neighbor. I'm staying up late on Sundays. Hello. I'm not going to sleep early on a Sunday because Monday's coming. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm taking if I want a 4-day vacation, a week vacation, I'm doing it. A holiday's coming. I didn't even know that, is it Memorial Day coming Monday? I didn't even know. You know why? Because every day is off day. Every day is a holiday when you're free. Now, don't think for a second you got to be a millionaire to do that. I don't make that. I hope I do. Our business only on pace to do a little above 300 this year. But I've been doing it since 2020. It wasn't that, at first it was only 77,000, but I've been working it. I told you it does not take time. Success is not microwave friendly. It takes time. If you're willing to put a little bit of time, because it doesn't always take a lot of time. Some of you, you're going to go fast. Some of you are going to take a little longer. But my question to you is, what else are you working on to set yourself free? If the answer is nothing, then you got to try something. Or you're never going to be free. The worst way to die is to die and never live. Sure, you lived 100 years, but we don't know you. We don't know what you did. We don't know why you were here. We barely even knew you were gone. Your kids, I knew my dad a little. You want to be that? Not me. Oh, my mom was always at work. Saddest stories break your heart when parents die and their kids are like, man, I wish I got to spend more time with them. That breaks my heart. You know what that makes me? Now, I don't have a job, but it makes me want to get up and get on that phone and say, hey, you could keep that paycheck. I'm not coming. My kids are not. Something happens to me a week from now, my kid's going to be like, man, my dad worked his butt off. I wish he'd spend more time with me. Whew, God. No, thank you. No, thank you. Be in the live training tonight. Put middleman in the comments under any of the videos to get the link. Get there early. Everybody's not getting in. That's a fact. Or go in the video description below. Get the link. I got to go. I got somewhere to be. It's not work. I'm going to have fun. That ain't a brag. I just told you I've been homeless. I just told you I was working 3 jobs to get out of homelessness. 3 jobs. Sleeping in the backseat of a car that I bought, cash car. You know what that car ran on? Not even gasoline, prayer. I used to have to lay hands on that car and pray for it to work. My mom can tell you. I say, Lord, I don't ask for much, but I need this thing to start up today. That's how bad the car was. So you're talking to somebody who knows, who's been in your footsteps and worse. You don't want to do what I've done. You don't want to go through it. Don't fool yourself. It ain't pretty. Create freedom. There's no law that says you have to work hard. There's no rules that says you have to work 40 hours a week. There's none of that. You've just been programmed that way. It's not true. In fact, the harder you work, the poorer you are. Find the people who work the least amount. They're the business owners, the CEOs. They make the most. If you don't know, now you know. All right. For everybody who's serious, see you in the masterclass, in the live training tonight. For everyone else, good luck.